right? And when it comes to what we actually also select, like selective exposure, right? What we select to consume, of course we're seeking confirmation with the information. We're looking, maybe not even actively, maybe actively, but maybe not even actively, but you see something that confirms your viewpoint, you're like, I knew it, and then it pops more into your eye, and you're like, yeah, see, I knew it. If there's something that doesn't agree with your viewpoint, you might not even recognize it, you just scroll past it, for example, okay? That leads to that confirmation bias, okay? We're prioritizing information that confirms beliefs rather than information that challenges beliefs. If we are critical thinkers, right, we shouldn't do that, because we should be happy to be challenged, to see, hey, does my belief actually stand a chance? Is it right? Or if it's too easy to be challenged, then maybe it's not. Maybe I have to rethink. But generally speaking, we don't embrace the challenge. We'd rather avoid the challenge, right? And we also have the cognitive dissonance theory here, which we talked about before as well, meaning psychological discomfort in conflicting information, right? So if we get information that conflicts with what we already think, we're like, nah, that's against my beliefs. That can't be true. I don't believe it. Okay, we distance ourselves. For example, like an Israeli citizen reading Palestinian narratives, for example, we're like, no, or the other way around, right? So again, not taking sides. And this leads to, again, this selective perception. We only perceive information, again, that aligns with our views. I know I'm repeating a few things now, but it's on purpose because it's just so important that we understand it, okay? And it also leads to not only selective perception, but also selective retention, meaning we only retain what aligns with our views. We might read something that's like not aligning with our views, and we're like, okay, I read it, whatever. And we just repeat, or we retain and then repeat and regurgitate what we actually believe in, okay? And again, that then combined with the global media influence that we had earlier, meaning that international media, of course, shapes what we see of the world and how we perceive the world. You know, for example, the United Nations reaction to like media reports, for example, like, hey, I follow the UN as an example on Instagram, and then the way they react to certain things that are happening, you're like, oh, okay, well, if they say that, I'm going to believe that, right? There's also something that we call like the CNN effect, again, media shaping the policy. So if it's enough talked about in the media, it will eventually be picked up by politicians, for example, and then involve or influence policy. Because, of course, politicians are also people that are being influenced by all those things that I just mentioned in the past 20 minutes. That's not just influencing you and me, that influences politicians as well, because they consume the media too. That might even be the scariest of all those things, right? If it influences us, okay, who are we, right? But it influences politicians, because politicians are people. If you believe it or not, they are people, and they can be influenced just like you and me. Okay. So then, of course, I mean, there's also soft power at play that is being used for like international influence here and there.